Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related, please. Obviously, it is the Tuesday edition as well. So if you're a regular here, you know that Ivorian, Mr. Red United, is in the building. Ivorian, what are you telling me? You good, first and foremost?
I'm good, my bro. Like, what are you saying as well, man? But big up to everyone that's tuning, First of all, can you hear me? Is
We hear
everything
you.
crystal clear?
Yeah,
Last
crystal
week
clear.
was a madness. If for those who were here last week,
It's
but
calm, man.
but your boy is good, man. You know how it is, man. It's just a bit disappointing that we never got the 3 points, but we take it. We take a point if it
We
has to
gon-
be something.
we definitely gonna discuss that and get your thoughts on the Southampton game as well. But let's bump up the likes, people. Let's bump up them likes. Get us into double figure likes because the likes is way too low. Share this across all of the socials as well. Let's get as many people in here as possible. And on top of that, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. Ivorian's channel, Red United TV, is in the title, people. So you click the link, opens up a new tab, and then you can go and find all his socials and subscribe to his channel as well. So let's bump up the likes. Likes is way too low. Get your questions in, people. Just keep on Manchester United related. It may not be on the Southampton game. It may not be on the game coming up against Betis on Thursday. It may not be the Fulham game. You may have another question. But as you can see from the title, important Europa League and FA Cup games before the international break for Manchester United. So we will be discussing those things. But before we get to that, Ivorian just touched on it. The Southampton game. Thoughts, talk to us. 0-0.
Where do we go from here, man? So much happened in that Southampton game, A lot of scandalous activities happened with the referee. The decision making was poor, but I'm not going to go about blaming the referee in this situation. But I will at the spot. I'm not going to say the referee's at fault that we never got the 3 points, but he was also at fault for the fact that he prevented us from getting the 3 points.
Okay,
Looking at the game, to be honest with you, in that first 45 minutes with Manchester United, although we was pretty much in control, there were things that I was noticing. Let me get my notes out because I wrote about this, bro. I wrote about it. Yeah, I wrote about this.
You serious, man? You serious?
Yeah. I've got the notes, fam. They're right here. But yeah, I noticed something in the first half. The fact that we had Bruno Fernandes in that double pivot with Casemiro. There was so much that I kind of highlighted. I noticed the amount of space that Bruno left. And it's dangerous when Bruno plays in that midfield role. Because in my opinion, Flores, I thought, this guy ain't no number 10. This guy should slap him in the number 8 role in midfield, man. He likes running around. He's got a lot of stamina. He likes passing the ball around, hoofing it X, Y, and Z, and etc. So he'll be good, especially the fact that he likes to press on his own at times and trigger presses on his own. So I thought he'll be a good partner for Bruno Fernandes. But what we found out there is that Bruno Fernandes leaves you on your lonesome, bro. And at times, Casemiro was swamped in the midfield against Southampton. And no wonder why you can see that the fact that Casemiro had to make that tackle. His partner was nowhere to be seen in the midfield. You think if you're playing a double pivot, you will be somewhere in between your partner, like not at a far distance, but there's some separation in that double pivot where you know that your partner will be able to support you when it comes to recovering, retrieving ball possession, etc. And they're playing. But I saw Bruno on the far left-hand side, leaving a lot of space for Casemiro. And it happens to be unfortunate that while he was being swamped, Casemiro had to make that tackle. And let's talk about that tackle right now, because to me, that tackle, I know a lot of things looks very bad when it's slow-mo. Slow-mo makes things a lot bad. I'm telling you now.
It makes it worse. Yeah, I agree with
that. It makes it worse. Like, I'll give you an example. You put your hands on a girl's shoulder for like 5 seconds. You play that in slow-mo. It looks really bad, bro. It looks like you harassed her. You feel me? In slow-mo, it is bad. You get me? It's always going to look bad. And the tackle itself, the fact that he's no, it's
funny because it looks mad intimate. If you do that in slow-mo, yeah, it looks breaking up a little bit, fam. But yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's all good, man. Just letting you know. But yeah, carry on. Sorry, but that analogy just caught me by surprise. You know what I'm saying? Go on, carry on.
But yeah, the tackle itself on the ball where Bruno got the ball and he skimmed off the top of the ball to eventually catch his man. I thought, in my opinion, that is not a red card, a yellow card at best. the reason why is because he clearly got the ball. It's just the momentum of that ball where he took his leg to tackle the guy. And the tackle itself wasn't really that bad when you play it at full speed. It just looks a bit worse in slow-mo. But in my opinion, was that referee, that douchebag, Andre Mariner? Yeah, like, you made the decision in the first place. Be a man.
You know.
Yeah, he's a douchebag, man. The guy went to the CCTV camera to have a look. Yeah, like, be a man about you, man. You made that decision as a yellow card. It's a hard yellow, in my opinion. Yeah, but it's not a red card. That there should have never been a red card, and that's just poor refereeing, bro. Poor standards, and sometimes, I keep saying it before, these referees need to be held accountable for their actions too. Players are held accountable for their actions. Managers are held accountable for their actions. To the extent, fans are held accountable for their actions. And when I mean actions, they get stadium bans and etc. You know what I mean, innit? But a referee can get away with murder.
Facts.
The fact that the referee doesn't come at the end of the game like a press conference and tell you why he made those decisions, is ridiculous, man. Which they should, because they do it in the NFL. The referee gets all that time. You know, you've seen the NFL. The referee gets a lot of time in that show, man. It's mainly the referee calling the shots and explaining. Even in rugby, the referee explains to the fans why he made that decision, and then the game continues so we can understand. But in my opinion, it was never a foul, and it wasn't even a foul to begin with. But again, it's a yellow card regarding the nature and the tackle. Again, the poor decision making, the penalty situations that were regarding the little clip with Rashford, which wasn't really a penalty, the Garnacho situation, the scissoring tackle that got him injured again, that's a booking, in my opinion. Like,
you think it was a penalty to tackle on Garnacho?
It's a low key penalty, bro. Regardless if you got the ball, it's the follow through at the end. Because if you're gonna give Casemiro a red card for his follow through,
you got a point. Yeah, you do have a point.
Why not the same with Kyle Walker-Peters? That's where the inconsistency comes from, you know. And it starts to make me think, as a Manchester United fan, referees getting their own back for all that time they've got it under Sir Alex Ferguson. They think, nah, this guy's no longer here. So bun Manchester United, whatever they say, I'm against it.
I think you're giving them too much credit. I think they're just very bad at their job.
No, okay, but they are there. they are.
I don't even think it's anything to do with. I think it's legit. They get decisions wrong, and there's nothing. I don't think there's any biasness. I don't think they're trying to get back at anybody. They're just incompetent.
Incompetent people. That's why they need VAR and they need assistance, because they can't do it on their own.
You know how we know they're incompetent? Because we've given the best possible assistance and they're still messing up. They still messing up. They still can't get it right. They are seeing things, and it's not like it's just one set of eyes. Not only do you have the referee, you have 3-4 referees in the VAR room who are also looking at this in so many different angles, and they're still getting things wrong. I say you can give somebody the best. You can give somebody the best equipment to go fish. But if they're a bad fisherman, they ain't gonna catch no fish. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? It's very similar. We'll put it to the gal analogy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A man can have all the money in the world, the best car, best house, designer from head to toe. But if he's got no game, he ain't get no gal.
Ain't got no gal.
I told him he ain't get no gal. Simple as that. If you can't talk and have a conversation, you ain't get no gal. You could be designer head to toe, but you can't. And that's legit what it is with referees. It's nothing more than that. They're just very bad at their job, and we see it week in, week out. We see it just off this weekend alone. Like, not just I gave me the amount of terrible decisions, and 1 week a certain challenge, Saturday a certain challenge will be a red card. The Sunday, the next day after is a yellow. The Monday game is a warning. The next week Saturday is not even a foul, and the list goes on. Anytime, I've said this before, anytime there's a red card that is controversial, as soon as you go to Twitter, somebody's already posted, well, how's this a red card? But this challenge happened last week and wasn't a red card, and they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, they're very incompetent. They remind me of the police, bro. They pick and choose who they want to arrest. You get me? Especially when they go out for their stop and search. You know, I said it before. They fully remind me of the referee, because they're drunk with power. And some of these referees, I know when they were younger, they used to get bullied. And all of a sudden now they've got power, they can call the shots, and all of a sudden they're drunk with power, man. But back to the match. The red card happened, and then the second half as well, Manchester United. And I know it's hard when we are a man down. But one thing I have to say is that Manchester United still look dangerous at times in the second half. against Southampton with a man down. So that proves to me that Ten Hag is practicing 11 versus 10 in training, especially if you want to be a possession-based team. You need to know it's a certain situation when you have 10 men, how to still hold possession. And we've seen Barcelona, we've seen Manchester City with a man down and still have 60% of the ball. And you're wondering, bro, you're a man down. Like, where are you finding the extra man? Mm-hmm. So I like that. I like the fact that Manchester United will still control. It's a hard task and a hard ask for Manchester United to try and win with a man down from 30 minutes into the game to 90. To get the draw, okay, I accept it because of the circumstances. However, we drop points again, and it's not good. With what we're trying to do in terms of finishing in the best position we can in the top 4. Overall, in terms of players, I thought there was just players that didn't do well. But one thing I have to say, I enjoyed Jadon Sancho when we had 11 man. He looked really lively in the first 20 to 30 minutes.
He was right.
He looked comfortable in that number 10 position. He looked like he's getting back to himself, and that long may it continues as well. A lot of players gave the ball away as well with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Bruno. Did you see that back pass that Bruno? Sometimes I wonder what he's thinking. The little flick on that he tried to do, that we almost conceded.
Was this on the left hand side? Was he on the
left hand side in our own half? Yeah, thinking that there's someone behind him. He tried to do a little Hollywood flick behind, and it gave it straight to the Southampton. I'm not thinking, no, this is the problems I have with Bruno Fernandes. As great as you are, but in games, there are times to do Hollywood passes and there are times to not do any Hollywood passes and flicks and tricks, especially when we're a man down, where every decision needs to be the right decision. We are not 3-0 up. We are not 5-0 up. We're a man down, 0-0. We've got it all to lose, bro. And you're out here doing tricks and flicks, trying to impress the fans. We're not going to be going oohs and ahs with 10 mans, We're not going to be impressed with that. It's the same thing with Rashford. He did the same thing. Pass the ball. Simple passing. That's what upsets me about Bruno Fernandes.
It's cool. Get off
good
your
with
chest,
GA, but there were those Bruno tendencies that he does that's just like, bro, think you're the captain of this club. Lead by example. Don't do these silly flicks that could have conceded us a goal. Like, he put us in a situation and I didn't like it. And again, and David De Gea's passing was bad in the first half. But hey, I'm happy with the point, but at the same time, I'm not happy because I wanted the 3 points, considering the fact that our rivals, technically not our rivals at the moment in terms of the title race. We're not in the title race, guys, but for those we're trying to catch up to them, to get closer to them. They got their 3 points. They won. What really pissed me off is that the fact that Arsenal won 3-0 as well on that day, bro. That really pissed me off. That grinded my gears, bro. Like 3-0 at halftime at a difficult place at Fulham. But yeah, man. Again, we go again. That's my thoughts on the game.
Got a lot to say. That's all well and good, Ivorian. That's what we're here for. Hey, everybody who's locked in, let's continue to bump up the likes, please. Let's get us up. There's over 30 of you lot locked in. So let's get to 30 likes. We're currently at 19. Like check 1212.
Exactly.
Hit the like button. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, hit the likes. Get us up to 30 likes. Subscribe to the channel as well, Sarcasm City TV. We're currently at 5,737. We're looking for 3 new subscribers. Get us to that first subscriber mark, 5,740. That's what we are looking for. I know there's at least 3 of you lot who haven't subscribed. So hit the subscribe button. I see you lot in the chat. Continue to get your questions in. I was just letting Ivorian get everything off his chest that he needed to get off his chest. Like Marcel said here, get it off your chest, Ivorian. Facts, you know what I'm saying, and that, like 110%. Yeah, man. Third Eye says Ivorian Spice knows what's up. That's why I'll just let him go. Big up to United for life. Big up to JB, who has the dirtiest Sancho agenda. It's crazy. Big up to Ed, who says big up the ManDem. United for life says, if you were in charge of transfers, who would you personally pick for a new goalkeeper, striker, midfielder, and a 10? Goalkeeper, I do want us to get a new goalkeeper, but no one, it sticks out to me. Midfielder is the same. I want to upgrade on Ericsson, but nobody sticks out. 10, Maddison. Striker, Ivan Toney. They would be my first choices in those 2. What about you here? Goalkeeper, central midfielder, and number 10, striker.
There is an interesting goalkeeper that Manchester United be linked with, called Portuguese one called Diogo Costa.
You're talking about Costa, okay.
He seems very decent as well. And I for some reason, I kind of was impressed with I say Bonansu, the guy who we played against,
Oh, the Southampton goalkeeper.
the
Yeah,
Southampton goalkeeper. He seems quite good as well. He looks like a good talent as well. And then you've got the Brighton goalkeeper as well. That's really good. But in terms of goalkeeper, I thought we're not. No one
Sanchez,
out here is.
who's that goalkeeper? Is it
I think
Sanchez?
Sanchez or something like that.
Yeah,
But
Sanchez.
no one
Yeah.
looks at goalkeepers and be like, oh, like we want him at our club, man. It's hard to when it comes to goalkeeper. No one can ever really call out from the top of their head, this is the goalkeeper that I want, because all the good goalkeepers are at the top clubs. You know, you hit
It's a
me.
question of trying to
And
go find one and
and,
go, yeah.
and
That's
as
why
a
none of them
fan,
stick out to me. We'll go on.
and as a fan, goalkeepers don't stick out in terms of the next generation, the next talent. No one goes about saying, "Oh, did you watch the next generation of goalkeeper?" We look at the strikers, the midfielder. You know what? No one's told you to go on YouTube and look at this goalkeeper, bro.
Yeah,
So it's hard.
facts.
And then the other question was striker. We will somehow linked to Kane, but I want Osimhen or Vlahovic from Juventus. You know, I want a
Okay.
top quality 20 goals per season goalkeeper that has a lot. I mean, a striker that has a lot of potential. And midfielder rise, if we can get another 10, interesting now, you know, because that one there is a bit difficult because I'm thinking if obviously Manchester United are well documented that they're interested in De Jong, and if we can get De Jong, let it be. I've read somehow yesterday, and I hope it's true, but I don't believe it's true that Gavi contract registration has been rejected by the La Liga, so technically he might be up for sale. I don't know how true that is.
Would you like to see us sign Gavi though?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Like I'm always about the generational talent. And I'm still interested in Jude Bellingham, regardless if he liked Trent Alexander's Arnold's picks, man. People like each other's picks, man. People are friends. Like, don't mean nothing, you know. To get me. Yeah, I've seen Jude Bellingham like Rashford's pictures, you know. It's normal, bro. It's normal. You know, he might know Trent because they're kind of like the similar age. You know, kind of the same generation, probably listen to the same music. And yeah, don't take nothing to it when Trent posted that up and Bellingham liked it. And I know he's been heavily linked to Liverpool. But again, doesn't mean that Manchester United don't have a chance. Manchester United have a fighting chance, a punching chance in anything when it comes between a transfer from Liverpool, between Liverpool and Manchester United. We still got that chance, man. But yeah, I would like to see Bellingham out of all the midfielders, Bellingham, De Jong, and then Gavi, if we can ever afford him. But my dream card would be Kimmich, but that will never happen.
Yeah, fast.
Because Bayern Munich German players don't leave.
Yeah, 100%. I respect you know what I'm saying, the dream of it. I do. Flawless, are you seeing? Is that Play Goal German reporter? Big up Jez as well. News on Kane. He said that United are currently seriously considering Kane as an option. His age plus the fee they don't want to pay, United in for Osimhen. Hey, I'm all for this. I said that if Manchester United are not considering Kane as a serious option because of the fee, I'm all for it because that's what I've stated from the longest. For the longest, I have no issue with Manchester United going to try and sign Harry Kane or Harry Kane coming into Manchester United. Not a problem with him being at the club, but it's all about the right fee. You know, 80, 90, 100 M's for someone who's 30 in the last year of the deal is just bad business. That's what I would say. Bad business. But hey, hopefully, if that is the case, props to United for doing clever business.
Yeah, I wouldn't oppose to Harry Kane at all, man. People have their feelings on Harry Kane, saying that okay, look at his age and whatnot. But what we need is a 20 goals per season. And with Harry Kane, even though he's I believe he's approached his 30s now.
Yeah.
He's still got a good these strikers got good 5 years at top level at best if they keep themselves fit. But I can agree regarding the fee. We shouldn't be paying an astronomical fee for that guy, man. Not at all, man. Not at that age. We'll be just literally bumping ourselves. But if we get a good deal, it's a reasonable fee, I'm all up for it. But again, as a Manchester United fan, I want the guy who will be here for longer. So I want the younger striker, which would be either Osimhen or Vlahovic, man.
Because Jess said their play goal also said nothing less than 100 million euros. Napoli won't listen to for Osherman, and that is just the minimum starting price to start talks. Yeah, I
But
knew he was going to be expensive. Yeah, go on.
the one thing I have to say about these Italian clubs, they got no money. They're bloody broke. And what would happen would be the same situation that happened with Squinja. Unable to, value him at a high price, unable to sell him to the extent that their contract runs down and they leave on a free. And that's the same scenarios that the Italian clubs can put themselves in with their top players. They make it so hard for them to sell them, and then all of a sudden they're out of a contract because you can't renew their contract because you can't offer the wages that other people are offering elsewhere. So they can keep with their 100 million euros because they're signing for 70 million euros, which I understand. They want to make a profit, but eventually that will haunt them if they keep restricting the player and restraining them at the club. That's one thing. Italy's broke, by the way. They don't have money. The league is broke. Southampton spent more money than Serie A in January.
They do drive a hard bargain, but I hear what you're saying in regards to the Italian teams not having money like that. You lot bump up these likes. We're only at 22 likes, and there's over 35 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 30 likes. Come on, man. Hit the like button. Like check 1 2 1 2. Subscribe as well, because I know everybody here. I know there's some new people in the building watching, and you're enjoying the content. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well. We're looking for 3 new subscribers. That's it. There's over 35 of you lot locked in, and we're only looking for 3 new subscribers to get us to the next subscriber mark as well. But continue to get your questions in. Just please keep them Manchester United related as well. JB says, can't wait for Bruno to be sold. I think that's a bit harsh, but we move. Bruno's not disciplined enough. We see that wherever he plays, he loves to go to the ball, struggles to hold position shape. Yeah, we know this. This is a criticism of Bruno all the time. We know he's not good enough. We know this. This isn't a surprise. This isn't a shock. We know what he's like. And Avino, this is talking about the red card. It's a tough one, fellas, but it was a red. I think the consistency issue was a bigger one. I think it was a red. Can you say it was harsh? Yes, but you give the referee an excuse. That's what I would say. You give the referee an excuse, like 100 and 110% when you challenge that high, and he didn't need to make that tackle at that point. There was no immediate danger like that. If the Southampton players on the ball there, they're not going to score or assist from that position. So why he did that, I don't know. It's very unlike Casemiro because he's normally very smart. And yeah, Ed, you said it here. Was it harsh? Maybe. But when you go in the way Cass did, he gives VAR an excuse to give the red. That's what I'm saying. If you give the referee an excuse, we know what the referees are like.
The guy hardly got red cards at Real Madrid. And then now he comes over here and he's getting stupid red cards, bro.
That's why you have to be smart now. Stay on your feet. Stay on your only go to ground when needs be. Yeah. And Nick says, I personally don't like the red card, but whenever a player goes in stud showing, it's going to be a referee's decision. And I have no faith in referees making the right decision. That's it, Nick. I know as soon as I seen it, I seen the challenge, I thought, all right, probably a booking. As soon as I seen one replay, I said he's getting sent off. Said it on the watch along. As soon as I seen, and then I seen it again. Then when they sent him to the VAR monitor, I was like, yeah, they're going to send it. He's going to get sent off. Absolutely. And to Naveen, who says the handball rule on players on their fours has been pretty consistent, to be honest. I'd hate it to go against Arsenal, but it's the right call. It's not the right call. Handball is handball. And if the rules are stating that if you're on all fours and the ball hits your arm, it's not handball, then the rule's wrong. And you should just use your common sense, because referees only want to play to the letter of the law when it suits them. That's just a stupid rule, and common sense has to...
Told you.
Common sense has to be more common. That's handball. And again, I'm not complaining about not getting a decision because United didn't do enough in that game anyway. But handball is handball. The same way Soucek did it against Chelsea. When he's basically playing goalkeeper. It's like, come on, man. You just got to use common sense. That's handball. Nobody is going to criticize the ref for giving that. The one Manchester United against Southampton, the Soucek one against Chelsea, no one's going to complain. Like, you just got to use... You got not everything by the book. You know what I'm saying? Not everything by the book. You mentioned police officers there. Not everything by the book. Sometimes common sense has to
pick who they want to arrest
in situations. Serafel says, you think we're going back to McFred or we play Sabitzer and Fred? Sabitzer and Fred when Sabitzer's fit. What are you saying?
You know what? Yeah, I don't want to see Bruno in a double pivot again, bro, after what I've just seen recently. So he ain't no midfielder, man. He lacks discipline, man. Unless he can fix that, then you can come back. But yeah, I'd rather see Sabitzer and McFred and Bruno will do whatever he wants to do above them, bruv.
And Davimi weren't shooting you. You know what I'm saying? Weren't shooting a messenger. I'm just saying,
no.
if that is the rule, common sense has to come into play. If the referee gives that decision and gives that handball on Sunday, nobody, not one person is gonna go, terrible decision by the ref. He didn't follow the rule book. No, common sense, man. You're a whole adult. You know what I'm saying? You're a grown man who's been a professional referee for however long. Common sense has to kick in at some point. That's definitely handball. Literally, man was on his knees, no pause. You know what I'm saying? Literally on his knees, and it was handball, like 100%. Like,
he wasn't on all fours.
Nah,
he wasn't on all fours.
Was he not on his knees? Yeah, he was on his knees.
No, he was on his knees, but he wasn't on. It was not like he was on his all fours. Like the hands are printing under the ground, and the ball hit him there, and he's so. It's a handball.
It's coming, it's handball regardless. It's handball. Marcel says, "Do you guys know Casemiro and Bruno are one booking away from a suspension in the Europa League?" I did see this. It popped up on my Instagram, which means kill the again, like we've done with the Real Betis game. Whoever we draw in the quarterfinal, if it is a favorable draw, kill the tie dead. That's what I would say. Normally I'd be like, bring away tie first, home tie second. But now I'm saying, home tie first, away leg second, and kill the home tie dead. Go win 3-0, 4-1, 5-1, and then it makes this, and then they can get booked. And it makes the second leg like pretty much null and void, like we've done with Real Betis. We did a brilliant job in terms of the result in that game. I was saying the entire time leading up to that Real Betis game, kill this tie dead here. Make sure by the time the final whistle is blown, this game is dead. So the Betis game on Thursday doesn't really mean much. And now it doesn't really mean much. It's just a question of Ten Hag can make heavy changes if he wants to. He can rotate heavily and go out there and put in a performance because all the pressure is on Betis. You might have 4-1 down at home. The crowd are going to expect you to attack. And then we can hit you on the counter attack. I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that our manager didn't realize that they were one yellow card away from a suspension. You should have told them in the first leg, around the 90th minute, get booked, bro. Don't get sent off, just get booked.
Yeah, they both
because technically we don't need Bruno and we don't need Casemiro for the second leg. We're 3 goals up, bro. Yeah. The game is done.
Yeah, you right? 100%.
I don't know if that was Mourinho, he would have told them. Because Mourinho is different.
Yeah, he definitely should have told them. If he would have known and been like, right, as soon as that 4th goal went in, I don't know. I think Bruno was still on the pitch. I think Cass, you should have told man, get booked. Get booked. Get your suspension. 100% get booked. And Naveed says thoughts on Martinez. He's been linked to Manchester United recently, I think. So you're talking about Martinez at Villa.
Villa, yeah. Oh,
Villa. Go on.
I've read that. Interesting shout. That way that just blew my mind. Do you know what? Yeah, I like Martinez. You know, do you know the reason why I like him? Because he's a bit bullying and he's a bit of a scumbag at times. Yeah, he can really grind your gears and he knows how to. Yeah. But sometimes that kind of character is needed at Manchester United because sometimes we have a players that are just full of softies and we need some nasty characters in our dressing room to help us win as well. Like I like the fact that the other Martinez, Lisandro Martinez, got this nasty side towards him, this bullish side towards him, an aggressive side towards him, and it helps with the team as well because it makes them turn into bullies as well, and that's what we like as well. Martinez is a very good goalkeeper. To this day, I'm still shocked that he left Arsenal, to go Aston Villa. And I've always felt that Arsenal lost out, even though they got Ramsdale, which Ramsdale is equally a good keeper. But I feel like Martinez is slightly a bit better than Ramsdale, you know? It would be a good shout for Manchester United. But again, we want the best of the best, you know? And I don't think Emil Martinez is one of the best goalkeepers in the world or the next best goalkeeper or the next best young goalkeeper to come out, you know, the next up at least. It'll be interesting, but I wouldn't, if we was linked to him and Manchester United go for him, I'm happy regardless, man. I'm like, yeah, come in, bro. That you're a good goalkeeper at the end of the day. Like, you've done well. You're a World Cup winner. You played with Messi. You won with Messi.
First,
I take that.
Well, I do Martinez.
Would you?
Good goalkeeper. I'm not convinced like that. I'm like, yeah, let me go get Martinez. That's it. Good goalkeeper. That's as far as it is with me. But I've never been like, I won't be like, that's the keeper I want to get out of Manchester United.
Exactly,
none of the goalkeepers in the Premier League stand out to me like that. But that's just me though. But do we need a new goalkeeper? Yes, I want a replacement for that. I want the hair to be replaced absolutely, without doubt.
That's exactly what I said. Like, no one goes around saying, "Oh, have you checked this goalkeeper out? This keeper sick. Check his YouTube comps."
It's very
Like,
few.
goalkeepers are not like in that demand compared to that. So it's hard for me to tell you what goalkeeper that I would like to see at Manchester United, because the options are very slim. It's the only options are the other goalkeepers that are at the best club. Like, for example, Jan Oblak, hard keepers to get. Like, ideally, I would want him.
No. Oh, you Jack Yano? All right, fairs. But yeah, none of the goalkeepers stand out. And yeah, man, Naveen, it has been a mad day. I'm tired. But here we are. I was up early.
It is what it is.
I did Troops' podcast, so shout out to Troops. Big up Lewis, big up Zara as well. So that'll be out probably tonight. So have a look out for that on Troops' channel. Harry Kane for the 10 now. Game as a 9. We need a 10. Play Harry Kane as a 9. And back to this from Jersey, was talking obviously about the Osherman situation. Flawless, you see the German reporter news on Kane. Oh, wait, not this one. Where was it? Wrong one. Hold up. Here it is. I agree, but Napoli is different. They let all Insigne, Mertens, Koulibaly run down their contracts. They are different. They usually don't let themselves get bullied into selling. He said the other teams in for Osherman are Chelsea, PSG, and worldly Manchester City. Probably Friday's edition, me and Eddie will definitely talk more in full about this. I want to hear his thoughts on Kane, on Osherman, etc., etc. Let's see what else you lot are saying in the chat also. Emma's go back to the Casemiro red, says, but the ref decided it was a yellow to begin with. VAR should not interfere when on the pitch. Referees have already made a decision unless it's in the box. Perhaps VAR should just be an extra eye. We just need better people using VAR. The problem's not VAR. It's the jokes. It's the jokers that are using it. That's the problem.
And was it like an obvious error? Because that's when they're technically supposed to intervene, when it's an obvious error, and that to me was an obvious error. The referee made a, what you call it? What's that word? What's the word I'm looking for? He made a judgment on.
What is that? Clear and obvious error?
No, it wasn't a clear and obvious error. Really and truly, the referee made a judgment call on what he saw, and that what he saw was subjectual. It's subjective. So he made a subjective opinion on where he thought, okay, I saw it. It was right in front of me. And I still think it's a yellow card. But this referee backed out, man. That's why I call him. He's a douchebag. He backed out on his own decision. What kind of man is he, bro? I have to question his manhood, You got me backing out your own decisions like that,
Bald, innit?
You get me? As a man, when you make a decision, you need to stick with it, even if it's the wrong decision. You get me? Man. You get me? With your chest, bro. Man, bottled it, bro. You see, that's what happens when you have these bald-headed referees, man. They just think they're
it's jokes how everyone goes at him for being bald when it has no bearing on his ability. That's the funniest thing.
Nah, man, bald guys sometimes they're just too strict and they think they're the shit and they hold all the power, man. Don't never get yourself encounter with a bold policeman. Just know you're getting nicked. Just know, especially if he's got a pointy nose, bald head, you're getting nicked.
It's cool. And to Starlord, who says, in my opinion, are the best goalkeepers are took. And then Naveen says, Starlord's kind of got a point. Every goalkeeper out there being linked with a move is a project goalkeeper, basing on their current talent and hoping it's the right move. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do 100%. Because Jess said it here. That's where the scouting department getting paid the big money, scout the right goalkeepers. Facts. Go and locate a quality goalkeeper. This is why you are paid thousands of pounds a month to do so. Millions upon millions per year are spent on Manchester United scouting department to go and recruit. I've said it before, I say it again. Is it a tough job? Extremely tough. But you are paid extremely well to do an extremely tough job. You are compensated. So therefore, go and do your job. Is it easy? No. That's why anybody can't do it. That's why they don't have me out there going to scout a goalkeeper and trying to find a goalkeeper for Manchester United. But I guarantee if you gave me an Ivorian, you know what I'm saying, the resources they had, and they was like, all right, go around the world and find a goalkeeper that can do this, and that. Me and Ivorian will come back with a list. Neither of us are qualified. We've never worked in football before. Neither of us have any of the qualifications you have to be a scout. So if me and Ivorian can do that, if Jez, throw Jez in the mix, if a Jez can do that, Steve, who's on here on a regular, who watches football all across Europe, can list off goalkeepers. Why can the people who are paid extremely well not can't do that? Go and find one. Because when Liverpool signed Alisson, people weren't talking about Alisson being the best goalkeeper in the world. Now look at him. Alisson wasn't sought after. When they signed him, it wasn't like, oh, Liverpool got the goalkeeper that's going to be the best goalkeeper. He's been the best goalkeeper in the league for the past however many years.
I think the only thing that threw us off was like, wow, 70 million.
Yeah.
Who's he?
That was the question.
Mm-hmm.
Who is he?
Mm-hmm.
Before Alisson, like, yes, there'll be someone in the chat who's like, I was watching Alisson. I'm talking the vast majority.
Mm-hmm.
Most people didn't know who Alisson was. Where did they even sign him from?
Napoli.
See, so most people didn't even know about him like that. And now look at him. Same way, and I'll revert back to Manchester United this season. This time last year, nobody was talking about Lisandro Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's one of the best centre-backs in the league currently. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, man saying we came from Roma.
Oh,
See,
Jess says Roma.
Yeah,
okay, cool. Oh, my bad. I thought Napoli, you know. I said it with my chest.
I don't like how people act like there isn't players out there. There's players out there. Absolutely. There's so much football being played. There's hundreds of thousands of footballers on the planet. You telling me we can't find a single goalkeeper who's good enough to... No. There is.
No, there is.
You just need to go find. Absolutely. There is. You know what I'm saying. Absolutely. And it's not a question of cheap, Naveen. It's a question of locating, right? It doesn't matter if Bosnich or Tayibi were 1 million or 100 million. They weren't good enough. That's what it is. Is it a tough job? Yes. Extremely tough. But go and locate it. That's why you are paid extremely well. Because this is why you're at Manchester United Football Club. This is it. And that's why you have to salute Ten Hag for going to sign Lisandro Martinez. Nobody wasn't talking about Martinez. Now look at him. One of the best centre-backs over here. No one weren't talking about that. Timber was number one. Martinez was the second choice.
Yeah.
You'll forget that. Jess says, United need to hire me. My eye test is on another level. You should go work in football, Jess. All jokes aside, you should. Hey, big up to Eddie in the cut every single time. So shout out to the Realist United podcasters. Hit the likes and subscribe, people. Over 40 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 30 likes, man. Get up to 30 likes, and we've not even had no new subscribers. And I know there's new people here. I know this. Hit the like button on the video. Get us to 30 likes. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well. Many great perks, including how to get on the channel, how your comments and questions to take priority on Q&As. We got the Q&A tonight as well, plus more. 3 different levels: Sarcasm Citizen, Sarcasm City Soldier, Sarcasm City General. They are the 3 levels. So make sure you check it out, people. Let's see. Naveen says, I remember when De Gea first moved to the Premier League, the brother's done what was needed from him all these years, but maybe a change of direction is much needed. Yeah, I agree. I think it is. I'm saying, I think it is time to move him on. And Ed, I'm with you here. I would rather find the next elite goalkeeper prospects on the cheap than overspend on the current elite goalkeepers. Either or, to be honest, I should say. I'm cool with either or. If we go get a goalkeeper who is now elite and he fits and he does the job, cool. But if we go get the next one who's going to be elite, cool. Are you at the level that is required? That's all I care about, because I don't think that here is. So we need to go move on that. What's your thoughts on this? What are you saying, Ivorian?
Like I said before, if it's cheap, next goalkeeper prospect, it doesn't matter. It's as long as they've done their due diligence on that player and he is the right fit and he has that talent. I'm not too fussed, man, when it comes to goalkeepers, you know. Like I said before, I don't know goalkeepers like that. You know, I can't name you that much goalkeepers that I think Manchester United should go for. So whatever they come up with, especially if Ten Hag has overseen the whole thing, I trust in him. And yeah, it is what it is. I think, but right now, in terms of what we have right now, I think Manchester United, in terms of what they want to target in the summer, I don't think they should overspend on a goalkeeper. They should just get a prospect in, because whether we like it or not, David De Gea's probably got a good 1 or 2 more or 3 more years left in him to offer Manchester United at top level before we consider replacing him. So if we can get someone that's the next prospect that will be his understudy for probably the first half of the season and surpasses him, I'm happy with that. Even if it's just an understudy for this season and then the following season he becomes number 1, I am happy with that. Our problems doesn't start with De Gea, man. Our problems is a bit further up into the playing side, in my opinion. I know everything starts from the goalkeeper, but De Gea shouldn't be a priority. We have more problems to solve than that. De Gea's like the last thing that I think we should do. You know? Look at our midfield, look at our front, look at our defense. We need a new right back. You know, we can't stick with this Diego Dalot and this Aaron Bissaka's conundrum. We need a backup to Casemiro. We need someone to challenge Christian Eriksen in his position.
Yeah, we need to upgrade
someone to compete with Bruno Fernandes. Get rid of Van der Beek. Get rid of McTominay. Get rid of Phil Jones. You get me? And then we need someone to contest the right wing with Anthony. That costs a lot of money, and we need a striker. And we look like we're going to spend over 100 M's on a striker. So our problems.
Nah, we might not be spending 100 M's. If
I'm just saying, it looks like, according to reports, like our striker that we're looking at, it starts from 100 M. Osimhen, Harry Kane, or Vlahovic, it starts with 100 M. It's a lot of money. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that. So that's my reasons. De Gea, it's okay for now, you know. No, Flores, what's your genuine opinion? Do you think we need a new goalkeeper next season?
Yes.
Really and truly, compared to all the other problems we have.
No, I think they're all equally as important. So we went through this. I'm sure I get asked this question again, but obviously our answer is cool. I'm looking at the spine of our team. And the spine of our team needs to be improved. With Martinez and Varane, we got 2 centre-backs I trust. With Casemiro, we have one central midfielder. I'm like, yeah, cool. Eriksen at a push, cool, even though I want to upgrade. But I'm looking at a goalkeeper, upgrade on Eriksen, number 10, and a striker. That's 4.
That's the spine of the team.
That's the now if we were to get that, excellent window. I do agree with you. We need a right back. I do agree with you. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need a right back 100%. Also, backup centre back to Varane. I think we need that. Backup to Casemiro.
Absolutely.
I think we also need that. I also think we need 2 strikers as well. I actually throw in another backup midfielder as well. Are we gonna get that? That's like 11. But we still need. To me, it's those 4 because Eddie said there, striker first, goalkeeper second. I'm with that, but I'm just hoping we get all 4. If we sign 4, if we only make 4 signings, I'm hoping it's that 4. Because we signed Martinez, Eriksen, Anthony. 3 of those, they're definitely first teamers currently right now as we speak. Malacia's like sometimes plays, sometimes don't start. Who's over signing? I mentioned it. Is that that's what we signed, right? Yeah, it's Malacia, Martinez, Eriksen, Anthony. Am I missing anyone?
We had a goalkeeper.
Yeah, forget Dubravka. Yeah, forget Dubravka. But yeah, and then obviously you add in Sabitzer, and then you add in Weghorst as well in January. But we still need more, as much as we're overachieving. But if we were only to sign 4, and it was goalkeeper, central midfielder, number 10, striker, I'm over the moon with that. We still need more though. Definitely still need 2 other strikers alongside that. Definitely still need 2 more midfielders to me with that. Definitely still need an actual first choice right back, an actual backup centre back. Are we getting all that? Probably not. Well, if we get half that, I'd be over the moon.
Well, it depends, Flawless. When we get this takeover done, it just depends on who's the owner. If we get the owner that we would like, then most likely we're going to be hopefully by at least minimum 5 players and trying to get rid of these players that are just unsellable, man.
Maybe. The thing is, I think we can shift our players on. I think we'll be all right.
We've had Jones for God knows how long.
No, I don't class Jones. I'm talking your McTominays and players like that. And
McTominay, I hope. I think we can sell McTominay.
If we want to.
Maguire's going to be hard.
I think Maguire we could sell though.
Yeah, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be a loss.
It's definitely a loss.
Huge loss.
I think him leaving is a win for us. I don't see it as a loss.
No, I'm talking about in terms of the
people
the
can say financial.
money.
I think it's a
loss.
Forget that's their mistakes in it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's on you. You know what I'm saying? that's on the people making that decision. You gotta hold that. That's your poor decision making that now has come back to bite you. That's on you. And Jed says here, also the Premier League team need to start targeting the South American market. So many good talents out there. He said he wants Spurs to get players from there from now on. There's so many markets. You got South America, you have North America, you have Africa, you have the Caribbean, you have Asia, you have Europe. So that's Eastern Europe, Southern Europe, Western Europe. You have the UK, you have Australia. There's so many places you can go and find and locate players. This is why I'm not hearing about, oh yeah, there's no value in the market. No, you're just not looking. Nonsense. Too many players are being played. You telling me we can't go to League One and go, all right, let's see who's in, or go to even the second division of the French league.
Absolutely.
Look how much talent is. Look how much talent is coming out of France. Why are we not posted up at that Clairefontaine factory? Just getting played what are you lot doing here? Because they seem to be producing players with a ridiculous talent level.
And this is why I rate teams like Real Madrid who sign these 16, 15-year-olds at an early age, because they already know the talent that's coming out to them. Like the way they signed Hendricks from I think was it from Palmeiras. That guy is a generational talent. The guy became professional at the age of 15, bro. Like what he's doing in Brazil is remarkable. When they signed Rodrigo, very young age before he can legally come to leave Brazil and to come to Europe. Same thing with who's their winger again? I forgot their name. Vinicius Junior at a young age, a lot of money as well, big investment. But hey, they saw the talent and they knew that this guy was going to be one of the best in the world. And look at them now. Look at Vinicius Junior, one of the best in the world. And I'm very sure Rodrigo will be one of the best in the world. And we need to just start emulating that same kind of strategics and just look for these young gems as well from South America, from North America, from Asia. You get me? These minor continents as well. You will find them. But Manchester United need to get back to that, because we've really missed out a lot. Like again, when I saw that Real Madrid was signing Hendrick, and I was like, that guy is one of the next generational talent. And I'm pissed off that Manchester United didn't even bother having a look. And I know that they have to wait until he's 18, but you have to do stuff like that. You have to move like that. You always have to look into the future. That's football for you. You always look at the future. You don't just always look at now, but you always have to look at the future and be proactive. And again, we all know that our club have never been proactive. It's been a reactive club.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Eddie says 2 new fullbacks and an attacking midfielder. Yeah, I forgot. Wow, I see a new left back coming as well. I did forget that. Thanks for reminding me, Eddie. I did forget that. And yeah, Emma makes a great point. Some of these positions are going to be filled by academy players at least for next season, which I don't really have an issue with. If they have an impact, I'm not really fussed.
But I do though.
Go on, talk about it.
Because I genuinely don't believe all of our academy players are all that, bro. They're not it. I've only seen a few.
I'm saying more so as backup. For instance, like I want a backup centre back.
And who would that be from the academy?
No, but I'm just using it as an example. I don't know the academy like that. But if there is one, I'm with it. Or same way with midfield. I've already said get an upgrade on Eriksen. But if we have Casemiro, upgrade on Eriksen, Sabitzer, Fred, and then we have an academy central midfielder who's 5th, 6th choice, I have no issue with that. In the 10 role, we have Sancho, Bruno, academy player being the number 10. Right wing, there's Diallo, who will be back, Anthony for that spot. Even the striker position, say we were to get, let's say it's Osherman, somebody else, academy player. I'm cool with that. So I do believe so. We've seen what the impacts the likes of Garnacho's had, for example. At times, Palestri. I do want to see more. And now with Garnacho getting injured, he's going to get more game time. 100%.
But it's only been a selective few that can make it into the first team.
It's very few.
Academy. It's very slim. Because I've always said it before, Flores. I believe we overrate our youngsters. So a lot of players that's overrated out there, like they will say, "Oh, Mengi's the next generational talent, next best centre back." Tusanembe got overrated, and they're just not up for it. Like Shola Shitore as well. I don't know what people see in him. I think he's shit, and. Yeah, the only person I can think that's all right is Kobe Mainu at his age, but we'll see how he develops, But I just genuinely believe that Manchester United academy players are not all that, man. They don't all that, man. It'll be a while until we get there because I don't believe Manchester United are really focused on their academy, and they probably ignored it for the God knows how long. And we all know it that it needs investment. So yeah, man. Even we got another player that's called Alvarez Fernandez, something like that. That's the left back, the fullback. A lot of words have been spoken about. Hannibal as well, who we've been revving about for years. Still unable to make it to the first team of Manchester United, which had to be sent on loan, which I understand that it needs to happen. He needed that loan move a couple of seasons ago when he was 18, 19. Not in his 20s. He should be with us if he's supposed to be at that level. And we signed him for a good amount of money from Monaco, So it's an expensive acquisition for his age when we signed him as well. So yeah, and you look at Diallo, like we spent 40 million and he's on loan at Sunderland.
Well, he's playing well. The thing is, I don't mind the Diallo one because when he did play a few times, he had an impact. And the loan move's been good for him.
40 million, bro.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
you
squad
want
player.
you want to leave squad
You're
player?
spending 40
I'm
player on
you
an
know,
18-year-old player, and he's not even in your first team. Now that goes back to the previous management because he was a
I was
fool.
gonna say I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want him.
yeah.
I'm glad he went out on loan. Did you want him with Ollie? No, you know what I'm saying. I'm
Ruin your
glad.
career.
This is what I'm saying. And Emma, I agree with this. Like, I'm not saying all of the players I'm not saying every position, because you said specifically here, some of these positions are going to be filled by academy players. I agree, because we're not going to sign 11 players in one window. So if 2 or 3 of them, I'm cool. I'm cool with a Garnacho, Palestri level players in certain positions, because we're not going to get
Garner,
11.
James Garner can't get a first team game at Everton. You know, we read up about a lot
Oh
of people revved up about Garner, and I was like, I don't see what you men are
But we
seeing.
could get
But anyway,
if we get 2, I'm cool with that. It might just be 2. It might just be a centre back role and like a fifth choice central midfielder. I'm cool with that. If they come in and I'm not saying if we get someone who's the level of a Lingard, for instance. I have no issue with that. I'm not saying the entire team will be academy players, no. But come do a Garnacho thing, do a Palestri type thing in just small amounts, because we shouldn't be relying on academy players anyway. Our recruitment should be better. The fact that Garnacho and Palestri are trying to change the game off the bench is the problem at the football. That shouldn't be happening. And that's not a shot at those two, because those two have done well. But I'm saying we shouldn't be in that predicament where we're chasing the game at home to Southampton
and we're bringing
and,
on to
and we're bringing on. That's unfair on those two. That's unfair on them too. That should never be happening. Even if they were star academy players, that shouldn't be happening. You shouldn't be relying on your academy players to turn around the game for you when you're chasing a match. Yes, injuries do dictate that and happen, but it happens far too often where I look at a bench and I go, where's the game changers? Very unfair. And yeah, Kante, Mahrez came from League Two. And Nkunku, Magnon, Coleman all came from PSG's academy, and everybody knows most of them leave their clubs as PSG just by stars. This is the thing, just that's why when people say there's no value for the market, look at the players you just named. Kante and Mahrez, 2 of the best Premier League players in the past 10 years. If we did at our last decade Premier League 11, those 2 are candidates to both get in. Easy. Both candidates. So this whole value to them, no, you're just not looking far enough. France ain't that far. It's really not that far. So you're telling me there's not another Mahrez, Kante, S players who can come in and do a job? Like, nah.
I agree with Jez's last statement as well that he just wrote
say?
there because again we've had poor management. Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yes.
Which I can agree with him. We've had poor management, poor development. A lot of players have what's it called, regressed under previous management instead of progressing. So I can agree with that as well. And that's why we probably haven't seen the impact that we wanted to see from young players. But now that we have a proper manager who develops young players, maybe we will start seeing these academy players come in at the right time and develop properly. Yeah, I hope so anyway.
I agreed. Before we continue, you lot, right, 31 likes. Just
What's
under
going
50 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 40 likes, man. Hit the like button as soon as you land. Hit the like button. Whether you're watching live right now, watching this back, big up to everyone who listens on the audio platforms as well. Love to everyone who's supporting. Don't forget Ivorian's channel. Link is in the title. Click the link, opens up a new tab, takes you to Red United TV. But let's bump up the likes. Subscribe as well, man. Because I know some of you lot are new here and enjoying the content. Hit the goddamn subscriber button. Dennis again, he just joined here. Says question to Ivorian and Flawless. How many players do you guys want in the summer? Ideally, probably 11. 4 first teamers and 6 squad players. Like, that's it. Goalkeeper.
That's a lot. Chelsea.
Is it gonna happen? No, but like if you asking me, like, that's my honest, yeah. Goalkeeper, right back. Wait, this might be more than this.
You got that Todd Bowley mentality right now. 11
left
players.
Back. I'm trying to think of first team is central midfielder, 10 striker, and then on top of that, backup centre back, 2 new midfielders. Jesus Christ. And 2 strikers. Yeah, it's like 10, 11. Yeah. In an ideal world, yeah, 11.
If Todd Bowley was in charge of us,
yeah. Obviously, that's not what's
an ideal world.
Let me clarify. That's not what is going to happen. But I'm answering Dennis's question specifically when he said, "How many players do you guys want?" He didn't say in a realistic standpoint. But from an unrealistic standpoint, I want 11. From a realistic standpoint, fix the first team. So bring me a goalkeeper, a right back, a left back, central midfielder, a 10, and a striker. So in an ideal world, 6. In an ideal world. That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
absolutely. I can agree with you. The first team needs to be addressed as always for now for
Before you
Manchester
continue,
United.
big up Lewis on the raid as
Mhm.
well, man. Large up Lewis
We
every
got
single
Lewis.
time. Carefree Lewis G on the raid. Everyone who's raided, hit the likes. There's over 100 of you lot in here. So let's get up to 70 likes, you prick. But let's get up to 70 likes. I know why he said 70, this dickhead. Let's get up to 70
I know
likes on the
it.
raid. Yeah. And subscribe as well. Get your Manchester United questions in. Go on, Ivorian. Get back to it. How many players do you want? How many players do you want? It's a
Yeah.
perfect world. You can choose. So say you want, it's like, I want 5, I want 10, however many.
No, ideally, the thing about it is that like I would want Manchester United to address the first team first, and that's 6 players in the first team. A new right back, new right winger, another midfielder do in the first team, a new number 10. Because what I've seen from Bruno is good, but bro, like I want to see more from my number 10, man. My number 10 needs to be able to hold possession and be disciplined as well. A new striker as well. Potentially, like I said before, a new goalkeeper if possible. Because I feel like it's coming to that time, but I still feel like the he's got some time left. But it is coming to that time where we need a goalkeeper that can play from the back as well, especially the football that we want to play. And I want to say a new left back. I don't care what you guys have opinion of Luke Shaw having one of the best seasons. It's been 10 years, and I've only seen 2 or 3 seasons out of Luke Shaw. Like, I'm not sold, regardless of how good he is right now. I need a new left back that can do a better job than Luke Shaw can. Like, big up as well, man. Which is the truth.
Hey, shout out Months as well, man. Big
Yeah,
up the
that
big
Months.
6 months gang,
Yes,
gang
bro.
in the
Hope you're
building.
enjoying that 7-Up cherry flavor, bro. That's all I've got to say.
Go on, carry on, fam. Carry on.
Yeah, man. 6 players in general for the first team, because then if we address the first team, those who was in the first team now go to the bench. Those who were in the bench now get sold, and that's what you call evolution, and that's how you progress. And yeah.
First. I hear that. But you mentioned that new right winger. So what would you do with Diallo? Would you send him out on loan again, or would you have him in the first team?
Again. I keep saying before, people are thinking that Diallo's cold, and you probably think Ivorian. He's Ivorian. Why don't you favor your own players or your own people, bro? I'm not completely sold on Diallo, bro. Like, he came here at the age of 18 or whatever, 17. The next, some wonder kid, 40 million spent on him, and we didn't really see him in the first team. Got loaned to Rangers, never had the best loan spot at Rangers. Now is doing well at Southampton after the first couple of weeks. It was difficult. Yeah. That's Sunderland right now, doing well. Yeah. No, now he's at Sunderland. He had a difficult first couple of weeks at Sunderland. Yeah. And I've seen him play. Like, he's good talent, but again, I don't think he's ready for Manchester United. I feel like he needs another 2 more seasons of development at top level.
So not even as a squad player for us.
No, man.
Really?
No. Okay. Honestly speaking, listen. Ivorian Spice, yeah, he's seen a lot of Ivorian players a lot, and I know when I see a player and he's not it, bro. Like, when people were saying Pepe's cold, and I watched him and I said, no. I don't know what you guys think about Pepe, but I'm glad we didn't sign him. Even Eric Bailly gets on my nerves as well, bro. So yeah, man. I'm just not convinced with Ahmad, man. Let him develop. I want to be wrong, and I hope that he does come into the team next season, and Ten Hag does wonderful things. And I know he's a talent, but I just don't think he's ready to be in a Manchester United squad or start.
I've seen it from the small time he was here and the games we've seen him in. I've seen enough where I go, there's enough talent. I'd give you a shot as a squad player. From when he scored the goal against AC Milan when we drew on 1 in the Europa League, I was like, okay. And when I see him on the ball, I'm like, there's enough there where I go. I'm not saying you're the answer. I'm not saying give him the keys to the kingdom, but I'm going, you and Anthony as our right wing options, I have no issues with. I have 0 issues with that.
And I said it before, the talent is there, Flawless. He's talented. He's got that. And it just needs developing. But all I gotta say is that I don't think he's ripe enough to start for
so you'd loan him out. So you'd loan him out again. You're not saying sell him, you'd loan him out.
No, I'm not saying sell him. Loan him out again. He needs, and loan him out to the first division of the league that he's supposed to be playing, not championship.
He's done loan him to a Premier League side.
A Premier League, a League 1.
I'm not against
that. Serie A, a La Liga, the first Bundesliga, whichever way, one of those leagues, so he can develop properly and play
First.
proper men's first team football.
So how
You
many
know, the
players did you
championship is
name?
all good.
Because I named like 11. How many
Nah,
did you
I
say?
said 6, man. 6 because I know realistically.
No. It was unrealistic.
First
It's
team.
what you
Yeah,
want.
no. If it's unrealistic, you know me. I'm with you, bro. 11, bro. A whole new 11, bro. Get me.
Jez says, hey, Ivorian, what's your thoughts on Anthony? Good question.
You know what? Yeah, it's an interesting thing because Anthony, in terms of his performance this season, it's funny because I think he's got like 8 goals so far this season. I'm not too sure. Jez is the guy that's got the answers. He's the stat man here. He knows, and he's got a bit. He's the encyclopedia as well, so he knows where I'm going with Anthony's goals returns. But I think he's got above 5 goals this season for his position, just not the assist. The thing about Anthony is that I think he's still understanding the league, yeah, and he's still settling in, and he's still trying to understand how the rhythm of the league is, when to cut back and when not to cut back. And it's a developmental stage this season. He's got the talent. No one can begrudge him and deny him that he's not talented. Like, he is talented. He's got it all. He's just frustrating. He gives you those nanny vibes where, you know, fat nanny, tremendously talented, but it's frustrating in 90 minutes, you know. That's Anthony right now. I'm going to give him the chance because it's his first season. He hasn't grasped the language and all that kind of. Yeah, I'm going to throw that as an excuse. He hasn't grasped the language. You know, he hasn't adjusted to the culture of Manchester and everything. You know, he's used to the sun and etc. And he's an exotic player. And it will come. One day it will come. I hope it does. If it doesn't next season, get rid of him, bruv. You know, because 80 million is a lot of money.
Huh?
80 million is a lot of money.
Fair.
I'm as frustrated as you guys are as well. You know, even on the weekend I was really frustrated with Anthony at times, and there's been so many games I've been frustrated. But I believe he'll come good. You know, just like the way I believe Sancho will come good at Manchester United and become one of the best players in the world. I believe Anthony will come good eventually. Because why? Because I trust my manager. This is why. This is the reason why I talk like this. My manager makes me believe they can come good. Because why? He develops players.
He has been developing players. That's one thing we give Ten Hag credit for, 100%. And I think after he gets more of his players in this side in the summer, and he removes more of his players, and he puts more of his own stamp on this team, we're going to see vast improvements. If we get them first team, as Lord of mercy. More so the spine, like I said, the goalkeeper, the central midfielder, the 10, the striker, the left back and right backs. I can live without. You know what I'm saying, even though I prefer them. But look what man said. Jesus, a goalkeeper, 2 fullbacks, a central midfielder, a 10, and a striker. That's 6 of the 11. Jesus Christ, that's half the outfield players I'm saying we need to improve on. Jesus. Yeah, Ten Hag's working miracles when I think about it. And that's excluding the squad players that I think we need. That's excluding that. Obviously, some academy players will play. Diallo coming back, I think, will be a help. I would like to see him implemented into the squad because I think he's good enough to help us out 110%. I think so. Let's see what's going on. You lot continue to get your questions in. Keep them Manchester United related. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to it. Check out the link for the membership in the pinned comment as well. Let's get us up to 60 likes. We're only at 47 likes and there's over 100 of you lot in here. Subscribe as well to the channel. Subscribe.
Jez is a Spurs fan? Is Jez a Spurs fan?
Yeah, Jez is a Spurs fan. Yeah. He's a Spurs fan. Yeah.
Oh, man,
Jez is a Spurs fan.
You know what? Big up to you, bro.
Yeah, I'm on one short of the subscriber mark, man. Get us to 5,740, but one subscriber off. I know there's someone here who hasn't subscribed. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. While we wait for some more questions to be asked, we'll go to you on the game on Thursday, Ivorian. How many changes would you make? Would you make wholesale changes? Would you make a few? Would you play a strong team to keep a momentum? What are you saying?
Wholesale changes, man. We've got the FA Cup on the weekend as well, and we've got Fulham in it.
Yep.
It's another home time. The game is practically won, so you can make a wholesale change, man. And expecting at least a minimum of 6 changes, at least. You know, and rest on players because of course we've been playing every 3 days. We're playing a game, and everyone can see it. We can really see that these players, it's affecting them, you know. The performance from last week as well, you can tell that they're a bit jaded. again, the performance from the week before, even against Liverpool, I can see it, man. But I'm not going to use that as an excuse. But I can see that the tiredness is coming and creeping in because again, this guy is playing the same team game after game after game, and not making changes. And it's about time you freshen some legs and bring in some fresh blood, and let them have a go. We're 4-1 up. What can we lose at the end of the day? We can probably concede 1 or 2 goals and still go through if it was. So yeah, make some changes. Again, if you're gonna, I think the next question is gonna ask me who do I like to see start, right?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, yeah, what would be your 11 in terms of the changes? What would be your 11?
You know, for goalkeepers, it's always gonna be David because I don't trust the other two scumbags, bruv. Bruv, who do we have? Tom Heaton, that's not meant to be here. And Jack Butland.
Yeah, you crazy. Go on.
That's poor.
Go on.
Those are poor options. Get me.
All right, so you go David De Gea and goal.
David De Gea and goal, man. Let's play Diego Dalot because I feel like he's happy now since now he's in. Congratulations to Diego Dalot as well. Just got engaged, so he's got a bride to be soon. So I think he's going to be in a good mood, and he should technically play against get some match rhythm in his legs, bro. And again, guys, rest Varane. We need to rest Varane.
Okay.
Bloody hell, I'm about to say that guy's name again, and I don't want to see him. And
Maguire
no, that's even high, bro. Just one of them. One of them is good enough with next to Martinez. So either Lindelof or Maguire, or whatever the manager wants to decide, I'm okay with that. Preferably, I think I would prefer Lindelof.
All right, so yeah, this is what you would play.
I know. I know. Yeah, Lindelof.
You sound stressed, man.
It's not easy. Pick one of those two, man. It just ends. It ends bad. But Lindelof and Martinez and Malacia come in for left back. In midfield, want to see Fred and Sabitzer. Up top, we want to see Jadon Sancho.
Sancho in the 10, yeah.
Sancho in the 10 or whatever. Bruno on the right or the left, and Anthony, I want Rashford to be rested as well, man. And we need to rest Marcus Rashford, man. He's precious right now. He's precious jewels. We could play Regos up front, and we go from there. But yeah, I ideally want to see Rashford rested. You know, he needs that rest. We need to protect our asset, bro.
What would I do? Yeah, De Gea and goal. Would I go Wan-Bissaka? Yeah, I'd play Wan-Bissaka, Malacia as the fullbacks. Lindelof and Maguire as the centre backs. Sabitzer, if he's fit, I would play next to Fred in there. In the 10.
Wait. I just realized I will have to throw Casemiro in because he needs some match and he ain't going to play the next game.
Oh, so you play Cass?
Yeah, Cass and Sabitzer, man. Let's see that midfield, man.
I'd probably just rest.
Because why would you rest Cass? He's going to be missing 3-4 games already.
Because he'll play for Brazil anyway. So that's what it is. I let him chill out. They'll probably have to play for Brazil. So I would just go Sabitzer, Fred, and then in the 10, who would I play? Right hand side, I'd go Palestri because we're up 4-1.
Interesting.
I played Palestri. I would have played Garnacho in this game, but he got injured. But I go Sancho left, Weghorst in the 10, and you know I throw Martial.
Is he going to be fit? Because in my mind I thought he was injured. That's why I never mentioned it.
Well, he's been training for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah,
but 4-1. There's no easier game to throw him into than a game we are 4-1 up in.
Yeah, but it's a bit dangerous to throw him in the start. I feel like we need to bring him on.
You can play half an hour. Take him off.
If we do that, he might get injured.
Yeah, he's gonna get injured anyway. So it's not like, it's what it is. Might as well just play him. It's not like if we had a young striker, I'd be like, play him. I might even run a Kobe Mano out there or something.
Yeah, possibly. I want to see more of him as well.
Yeah, I'd run a Kobe Mano out there. I'm trying to think. Alanga, I might even throw it. Yeah, I won't even play Sancho. I'd probably put Alanga out there. Alanga on the left, Palestri on the right, Weghorst. You know what I'm saying? In the 10, Martial off him, or Martial in the 9. Or you could switch those two. Fred's a bit. So yeah, that'd be my team. I'd fully make wholesale changes. We're up 4-1. Up 4-1. And if Martial's not fit, I'd probably just play Weghorst in the 9 and then I don't know, Kobe Mano in the 10. That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Or you could throw Alanga out there. Really, he's not too tough. But the more important game, the bigger game, Fulham. What's your team? What's your 11 against Fulham? FA
Oh,
Cup quarterfinals.
a strong team, of course, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
David De Gea, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, our usual pair, which is Varane and
Man.
Martinez.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, Fred, Sabitzer now because there is no Casemiro. He'll be suspended for that game. I still want to see. You know what? I rather see Sancho.
Okay.
Rather than Anthony at the moment because I know what we're gonna get with Anthony. But Sancho, I'm always gonna guys. I'm always gonna say Bruno regardless, man. Even because he's the best what we've got in that position. He's the only one. And so yeah, there is no other choice. So you're gonna tell me you can't tell me anyone else. Even flawless.
Who's right then? You know what I'm saying? So who you like? You this guy don't name no position. So who you got right? Number 10 and left. This guy just names players and don't give no position. You know, you joking.
I know.
This guy joking.
Even for you guys to figure it out, innit? Get me. The match United. Left wing, Marcus Rashford. Of course. In the do you know what? Sancho number 10, Bruno on the other side doing his shenanigans again.
Okay.
And the right wing. And of course, Weghorst. But do you know what? Yeah? On that day, I want to change my mind. Stick Rashford up front. Let's see what he can give us again up front because he's not the best with his back.
So if you're putting Rashford up top, who's playing left?
Anthony, unfortunately.
You switch.
I want to see. I want to
Anthony
see.
on the left.
Yes, I want to see Anthony, Sancho, Rashford, and Bruno up top and see how that goes, how fluid it is. Because I want to see the pace. And one thing we've been deprived of for this season because of Martial being injured all the time is the pace from the front three. You know, we've had Weghorst hold it up. We've had Ronaldo who's hold it up. You know, we had and we're not getting that break that we need, that devastating counter attack. So I want to see that fluidity, those flair players all up front, and let's see what they can really show us because that's what Ten Hag really wants. You know, up front, he wants that speed, that counter attack, devastating counter attack that just turns defense into attack within a matter of that, and it's a goal. And we've been deprived of that because of injuries and the fact that we don't have the striker that we want. So I want to see that. I really want to see that. And if Martial's fit, then throw him in there, bro. Because I really want to see it. We've never seen Manchester United's attack at full.
All right. So what's your four, fam? This guy, you know, what's your front four? This guy is.
No, I changed it again. So yeah,
I know you changed it. This guy changed it twice.
No, I changed it twice, man. If Martial's fit, Martial up front.
Right. Who's number 10?
Number 10, rest Bruno. Sancho, Anthony, and Rashford, and let's see how that goes.
So you got Rashford right, Anthony left,
no,
Sancho 10, and then
Rashford left,
right,
Sancho in the middle,
yeah,
Anthony on the right wing, Martial up front. I want to see how that works.
Right, so you want to see that as the
we've never seen that.
We have never seen that. All right, cool. That sounds fire, you know. I can't lie, you got there in the end, but I
got there. This is the. I believe that this was actually Ten Hag's really, truly, genuine starting 11 before injuries happen at the start of the season.
Yeah, that front four. Yeah. That's a fire front. I like the idea of that front four. Rashford left, Anthony right, Sancho in the 10,
Martial
up top. It's a shame we haven't got the supporting cast behind that. You know what I'm saying? You know, with Casemiro and Eriksen.
Yeah.
Casemiro be suspended, Eriksen being injured, but I do like Fred and Sabitzer should be enough. And obviously, you still got Martinez, you still got Varane, still got De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, whether it's Malacia or Shaw. Yeah, Jez, you laugh, man. We got there in the end. You know what I'm saying? yeah. I've already defo pulled. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our guy Timo, but we got there. I was listening. I've already this guy changed the team.
It's crazy, bro.
It's crazy. And Jez says, how can you two get it right with a playing a strong side in a cup competition, but Conte throws in Davison Sanchez? Hey, I don't know, innit? Maybe me and Ivorian should manage. I don't know.
Conte don't like his job. He just wants to get sacked, man.
He's definitely trying to get sacked.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to get sacked. 100%. Tabodu said Sancho's. I don't know what you lot's obsession is with Sancho. Nobody mentioned Sancho's quality, you know. Nobody mentioned whether Sancho was good or not. All we did was name a team. No, we won't see a Sancho loan team. It'll even be sold. I'm really lost as to what people are. If we was here talking about the level of him, I'd understand, but people will jump in the conversation or jump in the comment section and just say something random that's nothing to do with what we're talking about. or even ask a question. Oh, Sancho's mid. Who said Sancho was good, bad, mid, indifferent? We just named the lineup. But you said I'm lost in it. I just confused. That's all, people. I don't get it. I don't understand. I really don't understand. But here we are. Right, you lot continue to bump up the likes, get us to 50 likes before we close out. Being like, oh yeah, my team against
your
Fulham.
team, bro.
The Herring goal. I would go Wan-Bissaka. Varane, Martinez as centre backs. Left back, I'd go Malacia. Would I go Malacia? Yeah, I'll go Malacia. I'll go Malacia left back. Has to be Fred and Sabitzer. Has to be Fred and Sabitzer. This is now where it gets difficult. Anthony right, Rashford left. That's definitely. Sancho in the 10. If Martial's fit, Martial. That'd be mine. So I'll go with the same, pretty much the same team as you, apart from Malacia for sure. You had Shaw, I had Malacia, but that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
thank you, Naveen.
Naveen.
Thank you very much. I wanted to just just address Bud. Like flair doesn't mean just dribbling.
Dribbles. Yeah, like
skills.
So to say that you cannot rate Sancho, I'm cool with that. But to say he's not skillful is just
he doesn't have flair.
I think flair is incorrect.
Look at the word flair and it tells you exactly what it means.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, to say you don't have flair, but man just looking attention anyway. You just gotta ignore man like that. Anyways, cool. Love to everyone who has locked in. I don't, you know what I'm saying? People just attention seekers. Like, add to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Add to the conversation. Like, no one was having, if he was sat here having a conversation about him, I'd understand. If he was having and we'll get to it. But he was not having a conversation, he was picking our 11s. Literally picking our 11s over 2 games. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But yeah, big up. Large up. Everyone. Every single time, Jez. I'd say the goalpost is, who here has moved the goalpost for Sancho?
Nobody has.
Because you know how we know nobody has? Because we've not even had the discussion. Me and Ivorian have not even had the discussion on this stream. So let's get into it, bud, since you want attention. Who moved the goalpost for Sancho? Here. So either I did or Ivorian did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking it personal. I'm just responding merely to what you stated. You jumped in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Talking this nonsense. And now I pulled you up on it. You want to I never said anything personal to you. So why am I taking it personal? I didn't say nothing personal. Nobody was talking about Sancho. You made a point, now standing on it. You said the goalpost is forever being moved for Sancho. So answer the question. When did me or Ivorian in this stream move the goalpost for Sancho? Answer the question. Either you're lying or one of us moved the goalpost and I missed it or Ivorian missed it. It's a simple question. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of people just talking nonsense. That's why. That's what I'm tired of. So yeah, this gonna be good. While we wait for that, you lot, get us up to 50 likes, people. Get us up to 50 likes. Yeah, just very strange. Very strange. Rather than answer, because let me duck questions on here. People got a lot to say. But now man wants to duck questions. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. And people did it before earlier when we weren't talking about him in depth. There have been no conversation. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 20 and some change. There was no conversation. And I've seen multiple people mention this guy. And there was zero conversation about his skill. We spoke about the Europa League game, the FA Cup game, the Casemiro red card, referees, Ten Hag, who we'd sign. But yeah, I want to talk Sancho. This ain't a Twitter space, people.
He must be my boy, you know? I feel like it's my boy.
This ain't your timeline. You know what I'm saying? See? So I'm waiting to see. It's been 2 minutes. Now man's got nothing to say. Because man just talk, goalposts are forever being moved. Take that up with whoever said that. Mm-hmm. Don't take that up with me, because I don't hold you lot accountable for anything that other people say. So don't hold me or Ivorian accountable for stuff that other people said. There was no moving of the goalpost. You know why? Because we didn't discuss it. But people come here with their preconceived ideas. Yeah, I know he dipped. You know what I'm saying? As soon as man get found out, man always run. As soon as man get found out, always run. All the time. But yeah, love to. And I have no issue with you lot disagreeing with me. Me and Ivorian don't always agree. We can disagree on whatever, but let it be a part of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know you just won't answer. Yeah, I know you won't answer. You know what I'm saying?
I
'Cause you
haven't
got found
dipped, just
out.
won't
Yeah,
answer.
yeah, yeah. So you know what you can do? You can hold a block. That's what you can do in a bit. You've dipped now. So yeah, Ivorian, anything you want to add? Anything you want to talk? Anything you want to add in regards to Manchester United that we may have missed?
Of course, as you guys know, Garnacho's injured. That's been confirmed. What else? Dalot's got engaged, and yeah, no. We that's it. That is it. That's happening in the hood of Manchester United. Like nothing really new, you know. We good.
Yeah, I think we've covered everything. All right. Anything else you want to add? Let them know where they can find you, all that good stuff, socials, what you got
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah, guys,
Right.
another watch along this Thursday. Make sure you tune into both Sarcasm City and Ready Night TV for the Real Betis game, and also on Sunday for the FA Cup game. Yeah.
Yes, it is Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, as
Fulham at
well.
home.
And of course, subscribe to Reggie Night TV. Follow me on Twitch as well, Reggie Night TV. Follow me personally, Ivorian_Spice on Twitter and Instagram. And follow Reggie Night TV one Instagram as well if you want to follow Reggie Night TV. As always, subscribe, smash that like button. And I always say this before, guys. When the stream is done, post your comments. Let Flawless know. Well, go on, what you liked about the show, you know, throw some questions. Do you get me? But yeah, man, it is what it is. Well, Flawless, as always, it's love. Big up to everyone as well.
Big up, man. Love to everyone who has locked in. Don't forget Ivorian's channel. The link is in the title. So whether you're watching live or watching this back after the live, you can click the link in the YouTube title. It'll take you straight to his page. Opens up a new tab. You can subscribe to his channel and you can find all his socials through there as well. Don't forget, this show and all the other shows on the channel, apart from watch alongs, are available on audio only platforms: SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. The links for everything is underneath in the description. Big up to Lewis for the raid as well. I think Monts might have raided as well. Big up to Big Six Pants, regardless. But hit the like button, subscribe. We're back 2 more streams tonight. So on the Twitch, people, Manchester City versus RB Leipzig, Champions League second leg. That watch along, round of 16, second leg watch along. That won't be here though. That will be on the Twitch. So if you come here looking for that, you will not find it live on the Twitch, people. Make sure you download the Twitch app, sign up for free, download for free, and then you just log in, create an email and have an account. And the same way you watch and comment on YouTube is the exact same on Twitch, people. The exact same on Twitch. And then after, it's normally the Manchester United Liverpool show, but because Madrid are playing Liverpool tomorrow, we've moved the Q&A to tonight. So midnight tonight, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer all of your sporting questions. It's not just Manchester United, it's all of your sporting questions. Hopefully we'll be discussing Manchester City going out to Leipzig, but it's highly unlikely. But yeah, love to everyone that has locked in. The ManDem United podcast will be back Friday with myself and Eddie, actually. Let me see who's live before I close out. Let me see if I can actually read that. Or if not, I'll just redirect you lot to the Q&A, to be honest, so you can hit the like button already. Yeah, because no one here. Yeah, there's no one live. So you know what I'll do? Yeah, I'll just redirect you lot to the Q&A, to be honest. That's what we'll do. Wait, hold up. Is that the wrong Q&A? Let me redirect you lot to it anyway. Yeah, this one.
Do you redirect through your YouTube studio? Or?
YouTube studio. Yeah. YouTube studio. Bless up to Gemini. JB, you think way too much about Sancho and Bruno, but we're moving that. That's all you talk about is Sancho and Bruno. I don't know what's going on, why you lot continue to do this. Big up to Gemini. This has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.